Hey family, how is everybody? How is everybody? Happy Wednesday. I hope the congregation is doing well. I hope you guys are being safe. And as always, I like to start off saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for continuing to be subscribers to the channel. Thank you guys for coming through and watching the videos. I appreciate the thumbs up, the like button. I appreciate the new subscribers. I hope you guys enjoy the channel. I've been gone for a little while due to some personal stuff that's going on, but I'm back and time to start dropping some videos. I want to talk about the Clark sisters that aired on Lifetime. First off, let me say that this, I believe, to me, is more of a dramatization about the Clark sisters' life than a documentary or a biopic movie. The reason why I say that is because I don't know, y'all. To me, it just seems like this movie was quick, fast. It's like they started, you had a few things that happened in the middle, and then boom, tied up in a bow, and it's done. So let's go through it. I'm gonna say this though. I did enjoy the movie. A lot. I just wonder to what extent some of these things are that we saw are true, and some have been dramatized for the purpose of excitement and getting people to watch. Okay. Now I know about the Clark sisters. Okay. I was around when these sisters came out and when they blew up. And You Brought the Sunshine was that was the jam. That was the jam. I'm telling you, that's God true. I know that with some of the newer gospel artists, you got people like Kirk Franklin, Diedrich Haddon. There's another guy that does the gospel rap. I can't think of his name now for nothing in the world. God dog it. He's on the Preachers of Atlanta. Oh my God. Can't think of that guy's name. Y'all help me. Drop down in the comment and tell me who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's pastors a church now, but he's a singer, a hip hop gospel artist. Oh my God, he was bad too, man. Got a lot of good songs. But anywho, I digress. Okay. But we got some of these newer, more known gospel artists that more people are familiar with and like that mixture of the genres between gospel and R&B. But we see that way back when it wasn't that way back. I don't want folks to think like I'm like dirt old, because I ain't dirt old. But back then, the Clark sisters, this is what kind of catapulted them, what brought them into the main stage, because they were able to mix the genres. Now, a lot of people say the Clark sisters is the first one that did that. I don't know if I agree with that or not. I'm saying that every so many decades, you have an artist to come on the scene, on the gospel scene, and mix gospel music with whatever the new style or genre or popular at that time. Because let us not forget now that James Cleveland is the one who mixed gospel with blues, and people were all upset and in a row about that. And then we have the Clark sisters coming along and mixing Stevie Wonder with gospel. And then of course I called out some of the other people who are current, who most people as in particular the millennials know. I'm assuming they've heard of Kirk Franklin. Maybe not. Shucks. uh, but mixing gospel with a twist of the R&B sound is nothing new anymore. I mean, most gospel artists that come out now, that sound is going to be not hip hopish, but R&B ish. And so that's the new wave. And in that time, whether the Clark sisters were the first or whether they were one of many in that time period, though, set ablaze, bringing that gospel into mainstream. The Clark sisters did do that. Now we got Mary Mary that came along and did it, so much so that it upsets the saints. Mary upset the saints. Because they went all the way. I mean, my goodness. Man, listen, Mary and Adams, oh my God, why am I forgetting my gospel folk? I can't think of the name for that. But you know, they brought sex to the gospel. Mary used to perform at these awards, and they would be, oh man. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I have never heard more sermons about being in the world but not of the world as I heard when Mary and when Kirk Franklin and them were really hot and popping and kind of bringing the world into gospel and not just church folks. So we have the Clark sisters coming along and setting that standard. And what I find interesting and what I want to kind of talk to you guys about is the mama. I want to talk about the mama. Ooh, that lady was the female Joe Jackson, without a doubt. Without a doubt, she was the female Joe Jackson. The scene opens up with her waking them girls up in the morning, talking about, come on down here. Get up and get down here. Now, I'm thinking the children finna get up for school or they got somewhere to go and she getting them up so everybody can get ready and they can get out of the house on time. And that woman had them children come downstairs to sing a 3-part harmony song. Good God. Good God. I mean, sleep, you waking people up. Listen, y'all. That's a form of sleep deprivation, which is a technique used in the military. I mean, that mama was rough. Mama was rough. She was Kojic, and they were old Kojic. They were, as y'all can see, they were Kojic back. And they may still be Kojic because I'm not in part of the Kojic denomination. So this may still be. But they were Kojic back, baby, when you couldn't wear no pants. Which showed up in the movie. Because Jackie came to the house to see her mama and was wearing some pants. And her mama closed the door in her face. Now, it took me a minute to figure out. I'm like, what Jackie do? I didn't know she was mad with Jackie. Jackie came back with that dress on. I said, oh, Lord, have mercy. Mama said, this is a sanctified house up in here. It's interesting how the church then and the church now puts a lot of emphasis on the outer appearance of man. Now, I know that the thought, that the purpose was, we want to separate ourselves from what the world looked like. And when the world look at us, the world should know that they are looking at a saved, sanctified individual. Now, the problem then is the same problem now. You can put me in a dress, and it don't mean that ain't nobody coming up under it. But I did like the mama talking to Nisi. After Nisi had snuck out and mama came down, they got into it. Uh, uh, and the next day they were having that conversation. I agree with mama wholeheartedly when she was trying to get her baby girl to understand that what we are doing, we are, number one, singing to the glory of God. Two, we're spreading the gospel. So what we don't want to do is sing one thing and live another thing. If we're up here singing about living a righteous life and wanting to do things that are pleasing to God, and then our life itself is raggedy, we doing anything and everything, that's an oxymoron. Those two things don't mix, and it cannot happen. So I understand that. I agree with that. No hold bar. But to the point where we are going to cultify people. We gotta do some different thinking. We gotta do some different thinking. And at the time that Nisi and eventually Twinkie, at the time they started wanting to get some separation between themselves and their mama, these were grown women. We ain't talking about women that were still in high school. These women, grown women. Grown women. We got to have a different conversation when our children get to a certain age. You can't keep talking to them and treating them like they children now, and then get an attitude when they no longer act like your 10-year-old, your 15-year-old, because they're not 10 and they're not 15. So you can't talk to me at 22, right? At 22 and 32 like I'm 12. Now as someone who has had the opportunity to be an adult child, I understand perfectly. To your parents, you are going to forever be their children. Forever be their children. But they'll respect you. They may not like it, but they'll respect you. If you stop talking grown and act grown. You start making good grown decisions where they can see that you can make good decisions, that you're going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and make it. They may not like you wanting to pull away, but they'll respect it. I believe that. Me and my mama bumped heads. I just give y'all a little personal touch here. Me and my mama bumped heads all throughout my teenage years and much of my 20s. Because I was the baby who was supposed to stay a baby. I just couldn't. And I didn't. But isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that no matter how hard and how long my mama tried to hold on to me in my youthfulness, in my childness, at the end of the day, before my mama passed, we had a very good relationship. Very good relationship. Talked all the time, laughed all the time. And as the baby of the family, ended up being the one she called to solve all the issues and problems that had come up or arose in the family. Went on off the Alcorn and got my undergrad degree, went on over to Ole Miss and got my law school degree, opened up my own law practice, traveling, just living life, right? Making good decisions, and living life. And what I did was prove to her that I am an adult. And more so than an adult, but that I'm grown. It's hard to stomp the floor and bam your hands talking about you grown and you don't pay no bills. And I know I'm jumping around this movie, but do y'all remember? Listen, if you haven't seen it and you don't want no spoilers, stop watching. But for those of you all who saw it, you remember when Twinkie decided that she had enough, she was fixing to get married and leave. That mama told Twinkie, I can't be happy for you because you need me. Look. Her mama knew. Now that relationship between Twinkie and her mama is like two sides, right? Twinkie proved through not making good choices and decisions by selling off all of the rights to every song that she had written. Do you know that right now those ladies would be receiving royalty checks off those songs? But they ain't receiving nothing, all because Twinkie wanted a Lincoln. And just like Twinkie made a dumb decision that time, we still got young folks saying, I'm grown, I can handle my own business, I can make my own decisions. And they making them same dumb decisions and same dumb choices now. You want to go buy you a Louis Vuitton bag and not pay your rent, so that when you go out, other people in your mind can see that you got it going on. Or you don't even have no rent to pay. You still living in your mama house. But instead of saving money so that a grown person can have their own house, you would rather stay in your mama's house, eat up her food, run up her electricity, take your money to go buy a bag to appease, please, and try to make other folks happy or jealous. I don't know what you're doing. Because when you're not spending your money wisely, when you're being dumb and making dumb decisions, I don't know who you impressing. Because truth be told, people in your community, especially if it's a small community like what I grew up in, we know what you got and what you don't have. So when you show up with a brand new car, when you show up with this brand new Louis Vuitton, you know what the folks say? You know what the Joneses say when they see people that they know ain't got it like that show up with things like that? She's so dumb. And then when you come back, girl, look at that purse. That show is a nice purse. And as soon as you leave, she's so dumb. I'm telling you what I know. Twinkie said, I wanted a car. I deserve a car. Not appreciating, not slowing down long enough to think the process through, to see and to know that with these songs, in time, I'm going to have enough money to get a Lincoln and a Buick and a whatever else. She was so happy and proud of herself when she came in that house. Bless God. Ain't nothing like thinking you done made the best decision in your life, only to share it with somebody and they point out just how not good of a decision. I mean, God some depression if you ain't careful. Oh my goodness. Now I tell y'all what I found, and I'm going around. I didn't do it in order, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better the next time. I just saw it, had some ideas about some of the things that I saw, and I want to talk to you guys about it. So that was Twinkie. She had sold the car. When she got ready to leave, her mama told her, so you done made this one bad decision. Now here you come saying you fixing to get married to a man and leave. Now, I will say this. The reason why nobody was happy with Twinkie getting married is because everybody knew it wasn't going to turn out good for her. Twinkie said you was happy when Jackie got married. You was happy when Dorinda got married. You was happy when Karen got married. Why ain't nobody happy for me? And Twinkie felt used. She felt used. She felt like no one was truly interested in her, what her desires were, what she wanted to do. She felt like people just wanted her around for their pleasure, for their usage. And she came to a place where she got tired. She got tired. Some dude smiled in her face and Twinkie was gone. It was done. It was done. But if that guy had her best interests at heart, the girl said something that was telling to Twinkie, but she couldn't see it or appreciate it at the time. And that was this. We are all married, Twinkie, but we ain't left. We haven't left because we believe that what we're doing, this singing thing that we're doing, things are finally turning around for us. Things are finally starting to go in the right direction. We're finally starting to make a little money because you done gave away all the money we could have had. This is what we're doing. This is our business. This is what we're doing. And the men that Jackie, Dorinda, and Karen married understood that I want you guys to be successful. This is what you're doing, and I'm here to support you. Not change you, not use you, not manipulate you, just support you. Twinkie's man wanted her to leave and go to North Carolina with no employment. He ain't have no job, and she ain't have one. Your job was writing and singing with the Clark sisters. So if you're leaving, you don't have no job. And this man ain't got no job. So y'all going to live where and do what? All of the other sisters' husbands had jobs when they decided to ask these women to marry them. Twinkie man didn't have no job. He ain't had no job because he didn't want intending on getting no job. He was going to do what he set out to do, and that was use Twinkie for her money, and that's what he did. That's what he did. That's what he did. Twinkie was talented, but I think she's a little slow. I think she was on the spectrum. Talented, high functioning. But when it comes to social cues, being able to reasonably deduct, limited. And this was a time before we knew what to call these things. We didn't know what that people were autistic. The only autistic people we saw who were autistic were those people who, kids and adults who didn't speak. Right? Who didn't speak or who, couldn't really function in society. Right? But we got these interesting people in the world that are high functioning when it comes to intellect and their ability to learn. But when it comes to socially being able to maneuver, there's a shortage, there's a limitation there. And we now call those people high functioning autistics, or that they are on the autism spectrum. And I believe Twinkie was. Now, that's my opinion. I'm not saying Twinkie is or was autistic. I said that's my opinion based on the movie. Okay? But she wasn't, it's some things she was missing. She wasn't catching. Because that didn't make a whole lot of that didn't make a. Okay. I am upset a little bit. I was a little bit upset with that woman when she told Twinkie that she had to choose between going to Howard University and playing this organ for her mom. And I get that the mama saw bigger things for them. The mama saw things that they at the time could not see in themselves. I get that. Don't have no problem with that. But you cannot ask your children to live their lives to carry out your dreams, to go to a height that you didn't get to go. See, that was Joe Jackson's problem too. If y'all remember, Joe had a band. He had a band himself, and they were trying to do the music thing, and it just didn't go well for Joe. He ended up in the mill. He ended up working in the factory. But when he saw that his boys had some talent, then what he saw is they can go where I couldn't go. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you got to be real careful not to push your life dreams on your children, because your life dreams may not be their life dreams. I want my baby to go to Alcorn. I told him he's got to go, and he can go anywhere else he wants to go after Alcorn, but he got to go to Alcorn. And I keep telling him that every year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times a year, so that it becomes a norm that this is where I'm going. At least that's the hope. Now, with doing all that, just to show us it's time for this boy to tell me he graduated and it's time to get it going, he can tell me something different. I know you want me to go to Alcorn, Mama, but I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm going to be hurt and upset. But my prayer is that I will be mentally stable enough good God have mercy to let this boy live his own life. You know, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. I get that. As a parent, I get it. Understand it. All right. But Twinkie Mama said, you need me. You need me. And the truth was, as Twinkie said back to her mama, you need me too. Hallelujah. And that is so true. That is true. That is true. And we know that, in fact, the mama needed Twinkie more than Twinkie needed the mama. Did you see the way the mama grabbed her daughter and fought to hang on to her for dear life? And then that fool pushed her down. Now, see, that was another key for me. And I don't know if that happened or not. And I would ask the brother to do a video or call into somebody's show and tell us if he pushed mama down. Because if any man push my mama down, you know why I ain't going with you? You know why I wouldn't have gone out the house with you? Because you be getting in the back of a police car if I didn't grab something and hit you upside your head. Listen, I came up during a time where nobody else could say nothing about your mama, but you could talk about it all day long. So I can can tell you that my mama low down as a junkyard dog. I can't stand her. I can't wait to get away from her. Oh, I can go all of that. But when you get in the room with my mama, you better say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. How may I help you, Miss Thomas? That's my mama. Ain't no way in the world. She go to get her mama, and this man rips her out of her mama's arm, snatch her on. Woo! I'm telling you, oh my God. Lord have mercy. Now I want to go back because I missed something. I want to go back. I want to go back to the beginning, a little close to the beginning of the movie. When that man, when Mr. Clark was talking to the mama, and he told his wife, the mother of his child, and child, I'm gonna tell y'all that in a minute. That don't look good on you. That woman said what? He said ambition. And then commenced to whooping her. Yes, he did. I ate that. That was coming out of my mouth, and I ate it up. I had to eat that up. He whooped that woman's tail, man. I mean, he was beating that woman. Oh my God. I like Jackie. Everybody else standing down there just listening to the man whoop. But Jackie's like, no, I'm going to get my mama. Okay, you won't let me in the door? I'm calling the police. Now, they stopped fighting long enough for him to come down the steps and get mad because she called the police, and he backslapped her and almost twisted her head around like Beetlejuice. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. Told her to get out of his house. You ain't my child, no way. Now, I found that interesting because I thought all them children had the same mama and the same daddy. But apparently no. Apparently no. And apparently, I don't know how many of them got different daddies too, y'all. I need to do a little research on that to find out, because I was stunned. I was outdone. I didn't know that there wasn't. And what I've been hearing is that she had a. But you know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't saying nothing about the Clark sisters' mama. Y'all hear what I say? I ain't saying nothing about Miss Clark, Dr. Clark. I ain't got nothing to say about Dr. Clark. But I'm gonna say this. Back then, them super sanctified folk got super sanctified after they had ran the streets so that they picked the pavement up and laid it outside of their house. You hear me? They done got more scoot booting going on around there, click clocking and hip hopping than any of these young folks that's running these streets today. I don't know if a bullet brought them in. I don't know what brought them in, but when they came in, baby, they came in just as firecracker hot for Jesus. You hear me? Because now, I told you I got to look at it. I couldn't find it before I did the video, but I'm not sure that all them folks was a Clark. I think the only person that was a Clark was Neasley. Okay. So how Dr. Clark get all these babies? You want to talk about Nisi? Nisi had 7. Y'all mad with her for having 7, but mama got them 5 girl. And then there's a boy out there, 2 boys out there. She got about 7, 8 children too. Instead of being mad that girl out there getting it in, and I know you're going to be upset, good Christian mama, but what you should have done is set your daughter down and had a conversation with her about how not to, if you're going to have the fun without the babies. Because I ain't understood yet. And listen, y'all, I don't know. I'm not going to tell y'all I'm right. I'm going to tell you to drop down in the comments and tell me what you think, because I really want and need y'all opinion on this issue right here that I'm finna say. I just need to know. I need to know if what I say is right, y'all. So I need your help. If this ain't right, drop down in the comments now and let me know. Turn it to you ain't right. Well, congregation, I'm listening. Let's come on in here and let's have a meeting about this here. I know we saved. I know we know what the word says. I know we do our level best to live by the word every day of the week as best we can. I get it. I understand it. I understand everybody ain't perfect, but when we teach and we teach and preach perfection to be gained by man. I don't teach and preach that, but I know preachers that do teach and preach that. They teach and preach that people are supposed to be perfect. And you wondering why your membership has not grown in being discipled. They haven't matured. Because when you preaching a false gospel, you're going to get false results. Oh, yeah, I said it. Oh, yes, I did. Now, we know that no one should have sex before marriage. And there's a good reason for it. Yes, the covenant that is created between 2 humans when they come together physically. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Something happens physically, chemically, emotionally when that happens. It ties the 2 people together. Yes, and it's safe. Look, I don't have to worry about whether or not somebody got AIDS, syphilis, herpes. If they've never had sex, there's no way for them to have it. If I've never had sex, there's no way for me to have it. And when we get together, we don't have to worry about those things. But this is the question I ask every preacher when they get up and they preach a good long hour sermon about fornication. Did you do it? Did you fornicate? I know better. I'm saved now. I got it. And these folks is just as saved as you were when you were fornicating. I didn't know Jesus. You didn't? But when you get up in church, you talk about how the church ain't like it was back in the day. Your parents had you in church 7 days a week. So you was in all that church. You in all the programs at the church. The Easter program, the Christmas program, Jumping the Frog Day program, Groundhog's Day program. You was in all the programs. You were in church every day. You were in Sunday school. You were in Bible school. You was in choir rehearsal school. And they had teaching school at the choir rehearsal. And then you was at the missionary meeting and at the usher board meeting. You were in church all the time. Did you still fornicate? So since you did it and I did it, being in the church and having the word poured on us like like sludge, just pour it on you, just stick on you and stay. And we still did it. Might it be, and it's just me, my opinion, but might it be that it's gonna be a few, young folk that do the exact same thing we did. And if that be, would not it serve God more to accept the imperfection of this person and give them the information and the tools they need not to make a bad situation turn into a worst it could ever be situation? Or do we throw our hands up and say, either do right or it's on you? It's on you. I have this conversation with people. I got different responses from folks. I'm bringing it to the congregation. I'm pulling y'all in at this meeting, and I need to know. Listen, congregation, I want to know in this channel, if you want me to preach the religion or do you want me to preach Christ with an understanding of the word? I'm going to be real upset if my son has sex before marriage, because we talk, he 10. All of my conversations with him is when you meet your wife, when you meet your wife, when you meet your wife, when you meet your wife. But I'm going to tell you this, I can get over that a whole lot easier than getting over that and him coming home telling me in addition to that, I got HIV and a baby. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm not going to have him feeling scared that he can't come and ask me and have a conversation with me because he's afraid that all I'm going to do is say, do what the word say do, do what the word say do, do what the word say do. Am I going to tell him to do what the word say do? Yes. But I'm going to give him the word with common sense. So Twinkie out here giving it up. I mean, shuck it. Shuck it. She giving up that free pie. Y'all remember that movie with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy was in it? What's his name? Life. They were talking about them nigga pie. Oh, I'm sorry. The end pies, them nigga pies. And them free. She giving that free pie away. Just got some real friendly. Uh, oh my God. Her inner love was real free. She was real friendly with people. She just had the best, friendliest pie to give around to everybody at the church. But you know it. Instead of you sitting down having a conversation with this girl, you ostracize it. You get mad and want to shut out and put her over here in this little box. Come on, man. And I ain't got no qualms with these folks' mama. Okay, Dr. Clark, I ain't got no problems with that woman because that woman raised her children with the information and the knowledge she had at the time, and she did the best she knew how to do for her kids. She wanted them to be special. She wanted them to be significant. She wanted them she wanted them to be known worldwide for singing and giving God the praise. And she did it the best way she knew how. And the truth be told, if you are a parent, that's all we can do. That's all we doing. Ain't no manual on raising these things. Hit and miss. Hit and miss. The benefit with having more than one child is you're going to get lucky. At least you hope. Out of one of them, out of one of these children, somebody is going to do right. Going to turn out right, man. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, y'all make me laugh. Oh, man. Shucks. That woman did the best she knew how to do. And Joe Jackson did too. He was horrible as a daddy, apparently, according to everybody that was his child. I ain't basing it on nothing but what the children say. But if he hadn't did it, we would not have had the Jackson Five. Same thing with Dr. Clark and her daughters. Without it, we wouldn't have had the Clark sisters. You know what I'm saying? To some degree, if you want to be successful and you're talking about worldwide success, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to be willing to do some things that other people are not willing to do so that you can get some things other people won't be able to have. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. You got to be willing to do some things that other people are not willing to do, so that you can get some things that other people won't have an opportunity to have. You understand? Okay, good. Good. Now, I want you to think about that while you're raising your children. And you see little quirks or little things about them. You see their gift. That all they need to do is focus. If they focus and put in some time, some hard work, and some sacrifice, get off them video games, they can be something great. You're going to have to step in and help them get there until it clicks in for themselves. They needed their mama, or it never would have happened. And then after they saw that it could happen, and after they began to see that they were that good and were that gifted and anointed, they didn't need her to push them anymore. They were pushing themselves. And thankful to their mama for it. You hear what I'm saying? Told my mama you were abusive. Devil wrong with you, hitting us with extension cords and them switches on them trees and a shoe. And after she, I guess, contemplated and thought about it a little bit and accepted the fact that maybe she was a little abusive, my mama, while reading her book in her bed, not being bothered, looked up and said, "But you ain't dead, is you?" "No, I ain't dead." "Did I have to come get you out of jail?" "No, you didn't have to come get me out of jail." "Did you end up with a baby you couldn't take care of?" "No, I ain't got no baby I couldn't take care of." Maybe abuse is what you needed. And put her head back down and book and started reading. Woo! I left my mama alone. My mama said maybe, just maybe, abuse is what you needed. I don't know. You know what I would have liked? I would have liked to have seen if I could have still been successful without the abuse. It would have been nice to have that contrast. Lord have mercy. That just was the time in the day. Everybody know it. Bless God. And in some extent, it did make us stronger. It didn't kill us, and it made us stronger. In some cases. But that man came down the steps, slapped the taste out of Jackie's mouth, and told her to get out of his house because she wasn't his daughter no way. Good God have mercy. Good God have mercy. And you know, back in the day, that was acceptable. It was acceptable, especially the preachers. The preachers could come home, cuss their wife out, put a couple of knots upside their head, take the little cookie, and nothing was said. But I was proud of her when she went to her daughter's job and told her I put that Negro out. It's my house now, and I want you home. What you say? That's a mama. That's why whatever else that woman did, I can take it. Now, if you go to Denise, that's what she was upset about. That's what Denise was upset about. Because you came and got Jackie. You come and get anybody. You do anything for Dorinda, for da-da-da-da-da. But not me. I couldn't live up to your perfect standard. And I became the black sheep and never could change another color no matter what I did. No matter what I did. And when that woman got ready to pass and she was asking for Twinkie and Dorinda. I mean, not Dorinda, I'm sorry, y'all. Twinkie and Denise. You know, one of the things, and again, I'm giving y'all a little personal background. I don't mind sharing. Because I do this channel for fun and entertainment. But if there's anything that I can say that's a blessing and a help, I definitely want to do that. My brother, I have two brothers with my mom, and the older brother passed at 46 in 2008. He passed. And although things between my mom and I was good, it was good at the time my brother passed. It really was. It was way better than what it had been now. I mean, it was good. It was good. But when he passed, it got better. It got better. It got better. And me and my mom never had a conversation about it per se, just conversation, but in conversation, like we were just sitting around talking or whatever the case may be. And she brought up the fact that she learned after my brother passed that life is too short. I'm paraphrasing for lack of a better phrase. Life is too short to hang on to anything that will keep you away from somebody you love. Life is too short to let anything keep you away from somebody you love. So a lot of things, a lot of issues, hang-ups that my mom had, not just with me, other people in the family, other friends, whatever the case may be, people she knew. My mama buried the hatchet on all that stuff, man. Kicked it to the curb. She just wasn't fixing to have no issue with nobody. Whatever it was, it's going to be all right. And even if I don't like it, it's going to be all right. Because there was a time like this woman, Dr. Claude, when my mama got mad about something, she stayed mad. Long time. Shucks, man. Long time. But man, and I saw that. And that movie kind of brought me back and reminded me of my mom a lot in a lot of ways. When she was, she getting ready to leave here. She wanted to make amends. She wanted to make things right. And sometimes we don't get the chance. So I want to encourage you. If you find yourself in that situation, if you know someone who's in that situation, try to encourage them to bury that hatchet. Let it go. Let it go. Agree to disagree. It may be a conversation with just telling you how I feel. You listen to how I feel, even if you're like, well, hey, I hear you and I understand, but I'm not going to change my opinion. Okay, cool. I just wanted you to know how it made me feel, man. Let's move forward. Let it go. Because you may think you got time, but you don't control time. So since you don't control it, it's precious. Use it wisely. Use it wisely. Mm-hmm. Baby, then they get down to the church house for the film. Woo! Good God have mercy. Denise walks up in that bad boy with her first string basketball team and two of the bench players, baby. The 7 cheering. Woo-hoo. Denise got up there and told them folks, baby, these my 7 boys my mama didn't want y'all to know about. Oh my God. Now what I had an issue with was when Denise came into the church. I don't remember who said what to who, but one of them sisters asked the other sisters, did you know she was coming? And my question to them and anybody else is, why would she not come? It's her mama. man, man, not only did they not want that sister there, they wouldn't even let the girl ride in the car. Just like, what in the world? What did Denise do? Man, when they were at the I'm going back now. I'm going back. This is before the mama died. They finally get to a record company, finally get a contract where they're gonna start making some money. And and Denise and the mama get into it. And I think what pissed Denise off was Denise had asked her mama to babysit her grandbabies, and the mama said no. She had something to do. And Denise was like, come on, mama, you can't watch your grandkids. And that woman said, Denise, I've raised my children, baby. You need to raise yours. Ooh, that set her off. They get in there and they all signing, and Denise sitting back looking like that. Her mama said, what's wrong, baby? She said, her mama asked her, what have I done to make you hate me so much? Denise said, I don't hate you. I just don't have nothing left for you. Oh my God. Woo, man. Denise said, you have given everybody else everything. You gave it to the church. You gave it to the choir. You've given it to each one of my sisters. But when it come to me, there ain't nothing left to give. No love, no appreciation, no thanks, no nothing. Man, that was deep to me. And even more deeper was when when Denise got ready to leave, and Dorinda got up and told that girl, you might be our sister, but you hard to love. Man, what? Say what now? No, she may be hard to like. But there ain't no kind of way she should be hard to love. That's your blood. That's your blood. I tell my son all the time, and more so when he gets in trouble. More so when he gets in trouble than any other time. When I have to discipline him and discipline him hard. In the midst of my conversation or after the discipline is over, I'll usually come back and tell him, there is nothing. You listen to me and listen to me good. Absolutely nothing. There ain't nothing you gonna be able to do to make me stop loving you. Nothing. There are some things that you can do to make me stop liking you as an individual, as a person, because of the choices and the decisions you make. But as it didn't never change that you're my son, and I'm gonna always love you. I may not always like you. I may not always want you around me, in my space, in my house, but it won't stop me from loving you. Absolutely nothing. You'll never go hungry as long as I'm alive. Never go hungry. Okay. So I didn't get that at all. That to me was like and ultimately it was. When Denise walked out of that signing, that was it. Now I don't know if them words was actually spoken, but I'm saying the two of those, the statement Denise made and the statement Dorinda made, that thing was something serious. That's almost like a grandmama saying, I wash my hands of you. Don't call me, baby, and I won't call you. But I'm going to pray for you. But that's all I got for you is prayer. Man. That was too rough for me. That was too rough for me. But I think they thought that it would mend everything, and it didn't mend. The distance just continued to grow. And once, you know how it is, people get set in their ways, stuck in their opinions. Nobody wants to budge. Everybody thinks they're right. And so this is, you stay on your side, I'm going to stay on mine. And that's how it ends up being. That's how it ends up being. I like how it ended and it phased into the real Clark sister singing. I thought that was cool, but I just thought it was rushed. Like there's still a lot of more questions I want to answer. For instance, when I said earlier about I think Denise is his only child, because I keep hearing that Denise was the only true Clark. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I just I would like to know. I would like to know. I want to know if that boy pushed that girl mama down. And oh, let me say this. I forgot about this. I thought the mama was cool with the way she told them that they were going to the Grammys, right? She called them all to the church. Come on, let's go through this schedule. And they going through it. Jackie going through the dates, and the mama said, no, we're going to have to reschedule that because we're going to be at the Grammys. And they were like, say what? We're going to be at what now, mama? Say that again. What you say? What? I thought that was cute, the way she surprised them. I thought it was also cute that she was up on the stage singing with them as well. I thought that was cool. And then she gets called into a meeting with the bishop. And the bishop tells her, your daughters can do whatever they want to do, but if you intend to hang on to the position you got here at this church, at this denomination, you can't be up there. That man told her you getting too big. That man told that woman that the problem that they had with her is she was getting too big for her britches. I was so proud and happy when she turned around and told that Negro off. Told him off. Because at first they were going to strip her all together. And she gave them a good talking to. And then it changed around and they said, well, okay, I tell you what you can do. Tell you what. You just don't be singing no more. And baby, when they got ready to go and perform their next event that they had to perform at, the mama was dressed and ready to go with the girl. And when they got ready to go on stage, mama told them to go on without. The man told the woman when she got ready to leave, one of the bishops told Dr. Clark, obedience is better than sacrifice. And it is. The scripture says it is. I believe that it is. I know that it is. I got to just believe it. Life has proven that it is. Okay? But ain't nobody going to tell me that the Lord is, what I asked God to do, he has done. I asked him to bless and anoint my daughters to sing him and give him glory, and he did. I asked him to open the windows of heaven and pour my daughters out a blessing they don't got room to receive, and he did. I asked God to open a door and let them walk through, and wherever they get, go. Their feet touch. They give you praise, and they spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he did everything that woman praying asked God to do for her children. God did. And I'm going to let man set me down. Set me down. When I'm giving God praise through song, I can't do it as long as I'm on the TV. I can be at the church house. I can be wherever the bishops want me to be singing and giving them praise. But I can't do it unless the church say it's okay to do it. Y'all agree with that? Drop down in the comments and tell me. How did y'all feel about the bishops telling that woman she couldn't be up on stage singing with her daughter? And as long as she didn't go up on stage singing with her daughter, they were going to let her hang on to her title at the church. I don't think it's right. I don't think she should have done it. But I want to know what y'all think and how y'all feel. Now, y'all got to give me this one now. Because this happens here today. You got plenty of churches, bishops and pastors and preachers that is mind controlling these folk. If folks think they can't go nowhere without calling, they got to get permission from the pastor first to do. I have known people, y'all, whose husband wanted to take the wife out, go somewhere for the weekend, go to the casino or whatnot, hang out, eat all you can eat seafood, but do all that stuff, and just get away and have a good time. And the woman had to call the pastor to find out if it was okay. Y'all think that's okay? Because that sounds a little cultic to me. All right, guys. I've been talking for an hour. Y'all wanted a longer video? I have given it to you. So don't you tell me, congregation, that I don't do nothing for you. Because I put in this hour to give you this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed my thoughts. But drop down in the comments because I want to know. What would you have done if your man that you getting ready to run away with push your mama down? Would you still go? Would you go if your man didn't have a job and you didn't have one either? I want to know. When the bishops told you to sit yourself down somewhere because you doing too much, would you sit? Would you go sit yourself down for the bishop? Or would you keep on singing for the Lord? Ooh, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. What y'all think about Denise coming in that church and giving that speech at her mama's funeral? You think she should have did that, or that was something she should have had just with the girls, with the family? I think Denise had been disassociated from the family for so long. She just felt like this is my opportunity, and I'm finna tell it. I'm finna tell it. I don't want to hold it no more. I'm finna tell it. I don't know if that was appropriate. Definitely the right place or the right time. But drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Listen, as usual, thank you. Couldn't do it without you. Couldn't have the channel without you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys so very, very much. Listen, hit the like button, guys, and share. Hit the like button and share. All I'm trying to do with my upcoming videos, man, if I can get at least 10 shares on a video, I sure would appreciate it. I'll be so thankful and grateful. I don't know what I could do for y'all, but I try to think of something, come up with something. Come up with something, y'all. Share the video, hit the like button, okay? I appreciate it so much. I will see you guys next time, right? As usual, we'll see you next time. I'm probably finna do another video really right behind this one because I want to talk to y'all about if you can sue folks or suing these folks for the corona. So y'all get ready for that, okay? All right. God bless your family. Love you so much. Thank you so much. And as usual, we'll see you next time, family. God bless. Bye-bye.